Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Helen. I am a certified and trained Reiki master, tarot card reader, and in mediumship. If you're new to my channel, this is everything spiritual. So if you resonate with the paranormal and you love Reiki and readings, you might enjoy this channel. So today we are going to tap into your person's energy. The pick a card reading is we're channeling a message from your person. We're going to see how they currently feel for you at this moment, whether you're in separation or you're together. We're going to tap into their energy. And then we're going to end it with some spiritual hidden truth. What could they express to you today if they could? And if you guys are also new, please subscribe, because once I reach to a certain amount, I will offer live readings for my followers as well as Reiki healing. So be sure to tap and follow. So you got 3 piles to pick from. You got pile 1. You got this beautiful Victorian teacup. Pile 2 is the magical potion. Pile 3 is your seashell, this beautiful seashell. So tap the pause button if you need to. Pick a card readings are so good to try to enhance your own abilities. So I want you to pause it. I want you to try to hear, feel, see whatever pile or accessory that you are drawn to. Pile 1, you have chosen the beautiful teacups. I love it. So Victorian. And already I'm picking up on someone who is not really settled within their emotions. Okay, this speaks of someone who has the desire to kind of heal things between the two of you. They want to come and sit down and chat and express how they feel. So already I'm sensing, I feel like that cup is halfway filled. Okay, seeing that there's some words, some things left unsaid. I feel like things are left unsaid with your person. I feel it could be in separation for them for quite some time. So you do sense a separation from your person. So let's clarify with the cards. All right, pile 1. Spirit, what's the channeled message from the person that is on pile 1's mind? Alrighty, the deception and envy card. Someone who is wearing masks, and they could have worn masks in the past. It also tells me they were mentally hiding things they had a hard time expressing, as well as probably keeping tabs on you. This is someone being very sneaky on the side, keeping tabs, watching from afar. They're watching you. I have a very, very strong energy of watching you, as well as could have been some hidden agendas in the past. They have this side to them where they're a little slick and they kind of see what they could get away from. But as of now, we're standing as someone who is wearing masks in their current situation, as well as keeping tabs. And also, I feel some sense of jealousy. So if you have moved on in your life, you found someone, whatever it may be, they're watching and there's some jealousy there. They can't accept that you have moved on to another person or you have escalated in your life. Like, they're watching and they're like, that could have been mine. That could have been mine. If I would have just owned up, it could have been mine. So there's definitely a lot of jealousy. And they're definitely wearing little masks in their situation. I feel like they have to hide and keep whatever it is to themselves. Okay? Movement, choices, and decisions in reverse. So that tells me they're in a situation, very stuck. It tells me it's preventing them from choosing the options, because if it was upright, this would be actual physical choices and movements. But they're sitting in an energy that's very stagnant, okay? I feel like they have a lot in front of them. They feel like there's no way to move through that. And they also watch you. They feel there's no room for them to come in. So they're very stuck. They're very stuck and stagnant on the separation. They don't know how to physically make movement towards you. Transformation and death. Spirit is calling for transformation. Their desire is to transform. So there will be in the future, okay, there's going to be a point where they're going to have to make the decision on wanting to come forward, okay? They're going to get to that decision. It's going to take some patience, but there's some change in some dynamic between the two of you that might unravel in the future. So, they are desiring that change. And also speaks of their spiritual awakening. They are going through reflections right now. And they're realizing that in order to elevate it, they have to transform, okay? Like a butterfly, they have to transition into that next level. So there's a lot of shakeup going on within them and will, as well as in this connection in some way, shape, or form, even though they're a little stuck. But I do feel once they move out of this present moment of being stuck in the situation, they're gonna shift into that energy of transforming, okay? The death card, which is the death card, a shakeup, something that's going to be a spiritual awakening within them to make movement towards you. We'll see. We're going to see if there's going to be movement. Let's clarify the deception and envy for pile 1, please. Sacrifice, hangman, okay? Like I said, they have a whole new perspective as well. It also speaks to someone who wants to surrender their situation. They really, deep down, even though they're stuck in a position that they're in, they do want to surrender to their situation. They wish they could just jump in and connect with you again. So the idea of that is on their mind. I do see, like I said, there's a lot of water. Look at the water and look at the rainbow. They're stuck in emotion when it comes to you. Jealousy, envy of the person who maybe you're with or the people around you, and very upset at themselves for their actions. I don't know why I'm hearing actions. It could have been maybe something they've done to you in the past, maybe from being sneaky and keeping things to themselves, but they're realizing that played a big role in the separation. Clarified. The second card, Spirit, please. Okay, throat chakra came up as reverse, so that tells me there's a blockage, okay? They can't communicate, and it's frustrating them. They can't communicate, so they go and become sneaky with keeping tabs, keeping them to themselves, because there's no way to move this energy that's stuck. There's no way to communicate, so it's really, really frustrating on their part. They really, truly want to come in. If you're free to do so, if that's something you wish for. I do feel in a lot, because there's a lot of greens here, they do wish for healing. So there could be a possible healing in the future with this connection. Okay, the moon card, but there's going to be a lot of fear and anxiety. They're going to be faced with a decision, as well as you, in the future of this connection. They're going to be looking at themselves, really spiritually, physically, mentally, and they're going to say, what are we doing? How can I come forward without shaking and causing chaos in both of each other's lives, okay? They're going to be faced. There's going to be some truth coming out of this. See, Spirit, what's the future of this connection? I just saw the heart chakra. So yeah, I'm already feeling and seeing that the heart chakra is opening up. New beginning, okay? New beginning. So once they reach to the death and the moon card, once they go into that transitioning, there is going to be a completion in something they're not fulfilled in anymore. They could be stepping away from something that is no longer serving them. And they're going to jump into it. They're going to jump into it with their eyes closed to see what's going to happen if I reach out. So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys do hear from them. Some of you guys might be, but they're moving in a direction once they come into the end of cycle to come forward. Okay, so there is a possible new beginning. Possible new beginning once they overcome their obstacles and challenges. So like I said, again, Spirit confirms through cards and just messages that I'm picking up on. 5 represents change. There has to be change in order for this to move. Now, this shakeup that they're going to go through is needed. Okay, they're going through obstacles and challenges. They're very stuck. This is their reflection moment. This is where they're in hermit mode. Hermit mode is going through self-reflection. Okay, kind of going through the inner demons that they might be facing, which is why they're wearing masks. Okay, they're going to be facing truths. And their truth is wanting to express healing to you. Okay, they still think of you. They still fantasize about you. I feel like there's a lot of sexual desire there. I feel like this was a heavy sexual relationship in the past. Like they expressed themselves more on the sexual side rather the emotional side, which they weren't capable. You know, I don't mean to say no one's capable, everyone's capable, but at the stage of their life when you guys were together, that wasn't awakened. They didn't know how. You know, it's always a strong, I'm getting a strong masculine energy, and please, it's not that it has to be a guy. It's just the energy. So the masculine energy that I'm picking up from the past was very ego-friendly, someone who looked out for their looks. I don't know why I'm picking up on looks, but they were all into them. I kind of like a pretty boy, a pretty girl kind of phase. They were more ego, okay? They were more about the appearance than really digging deep within their heart and your soul, that this connection is something that could have healed them in the past, if they could have continued it, you know what I mean? But they weren't awakening, but they will start awakening to some degree. Now, no one changes 100%. It would be very irresponsible for me as a psychic reader to tell you this person is going to be, oh my God, that Prince Charming. No, I don't want to say that, because I never want to give false readings to my viewers and to my clients. What I'm going to tell you is when this person moves through transitioning, okay, and goes through that reflection part, when they're in it, okay, that spiritual awakening, I'll say, right? Because that's a shake up in your soul. They're gonna come in more mature, knowledge, and a lot more strength. And that's what you want if you do want them to come in. You want them to come back more. You want them to offer you more than what they offered you in the past. Okay? They gave you very little in the past, and it wasn't right. They kept you hanging. They breadcrumbed you. But they also cared. I'm not saying they didn't care. They just didn't know how to enhance that feeling because they weren't capable, okay, at that stage of their lives. But it doesn't give them an excuse for being a little sneaky, okay? I do feel there was some shady shit. There was some shady shit. But also there was still heart there, if that makes sense. Okay? But those unhealthy, toxic patterns that they had to deal with and that they're facing now with everybody in their past. Okay? They're gonna move out of that and realize that being in that toxic pattern and how it doesn't get you nowhere, you know? So that's why if they are in a karmic situation, it's kicking them in the ass. The Ten of Cups. I'm sorry, not Ten of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Destiny card. So this is very destined to heal, to come together. Again, completion. You could be coming into completion of something. I feel like you're ready for transitioning. You guys are sensitive. You're sensing them. You're sensing some movement might be happening, that they're thinking of you, you're thinking of them. You guys are picking up on each other's energy, which you're not crazy, okay? I'll tell you right now, you're not crazy. Everyone is psychic. Everybody has the ability. Chariot, decision, major life event. So, numerology number 7. I talk about numerology. It's very, very important. As they say, numbers don't lie, right? That's a spiritual growth, change, okay? After they go into numerology number 5, or straight past that, they're going to come in as the 7, the Chariot. So there's going to be very harsh and real life decisions that needs to be made. I feel like more on their end because they're going through it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be faced with a decision. And I do feel, for me, okay, this is telling me when they do come in, that they're going to come in fast. It's going to be like kind of like out of the blue. I don't want to say, not like, you know, when someone's drunk and they say, oh, I'm going to reach out. Not like, it's kind of like that. But it's going to be a fast decision, okay? All right, so let's look into my twin flame cards about this current situation for Pile 1. Channeled message for Pile 1 about their person. What's the channeled message for Pile 1? What do they need to know at this point? What's the energy like at this point about them? So there is a little regret. There's a lot of masks being worn. They do think about you heavily. All right, Spirit is saying to watch out for your dreams. Creativity, which is the solar plex for me, is telling me that they're building the courage. You do give them inspiration. Okay, I do feel that you were a very positive influence in the past, even though they took advantage of that. They realize that now, that you are like the healing light for them, if that makes sense. Like, they always went to you. Like, you guys would be, even though they weren't capable of enhancing the relationship to the next level, you were someone that they could talk to, if that makes sense. I'm hearing a lot of healing conversations, a lot of deep conversations you guys could have had. But there's going to be a deep conversation coming. Okay? A very deep conversation coming. And Spirit wants you to make sure that you say what you need to say. Do not hide what you need to say. You say it. Let them know where you stand today. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. Keep your boundaries. Okay? Flooded in memories. They live in these memories of you. Okay? And this hermit mode that they're in, it's really making them reflect. Okay? They think about the good times. They relive a lot of the moments in the past, okay? They do. And it's hard for them to let go. Because it was such a good connection. Split energy. There's options, okay? So like I said, I think there's going to be an option, guys. You guys have split energy. You're distanced apart. Decide really what you want when they come in, okay? Make sure it's what you want. And destruction. What did I say? There's going to be change coming in, okay? Especially on your end. You guys could be having some changes to make to receive. Tells me that they will be coming in. They will be coming in with a message, okay? And it's going to bring abundance, okay? Anytime they come out of awakening, there's going to be healing. And I think that's the most important thing in order to move on from this connection. But when they come in, it's going to be time. And Spirit is also saying to keep an open-minded. And don't you dare keep anything to yourself. You say what hurt you. Let them hear it. Because that's going to heal them and help them in their life. Ego. Didn't I say they were very ego? I feel like they were all about their looks back then. All about their appearance. How much money they make, what can they offer, what it could look like they could offer. But they didn't offer shit with the emotional side. Even though you guys had somewhat of a deep connection, right? But the ego messed it up. Okay? Heavy regret. The loss, okay? Very weak when it came to choices, making choices. They had a hard time with making choices in the past. Instead, they kept it to themselves and they became sneaky. Very hot and cold in the past. But they do realize that now. Okay? Hesitation, a lot of fear, guys. Right now because, you know, like I said, the decisions, sorry, it's a little messy, right? They're stuck. There's some hesitations because there's fear, okay? They're afraid to make that move. Who isn't? When you're not happy in a relationship, okay, and you know it's time to move on, it's so scary to move on. It really is. And I get that. Family involved, so there could be kids on one or the other side. So there could be children involved, guys. Take that as it resonates. Or it could be maybe you guys knew each other when you were younger. But I do feel there's family. And you know, also it speaks of the opinions of others. So they could be very nervous about what others would think if they came forward. Because again, it's about the ego and appearance. I have a family. It needs to look this way. Instead of digging down in their heart that, you know, they're just not happy anymore. And they do feel like the happiness would be within you. And they're really hoping for that reunion, the fall. Okay, fall represents something. Union is coming. Okay, and again, they're all about the ego, but this also speaks of someone with a lot of responsibilities. Keeping tabs. They're eyeballing you guys. And I'm watching your stories, okay? Inner child, someone who had to heal a lot of their inner child demons, okay? Those ego healing. Healing is on its way. All right, let's see what they could say to you today if they could, okay? For power 1. Spirit, what could the person on power 1's mind, what can they express today if they had the chance? What can they say to power 1? Please give us unbiased answers. Give us clarity, guidance. I bury myself in work to forget you. Again, wearing masks. I wonder if you're happy without me. I hope that you can forgive me one day. I want to tell you how I feel. Finding out the truth crushed me. It's when you moved on. You don't know how hard it was to let go. One more. I love you. They do, you know, even if they didn't really verbally say it in the past, and they could have, they realized this was a deeper, and you deserved more respect. Okay, so they love you. They'll always have a great amount of love for you. And when they come in, guys, I would love to hear it. So, all right, Pile 1, that's what I have for you. Let me know if this resonates. I love to know if this is going to the right people. But again, let me know when they communicate. Love and light. Take care. Okay, Pile 2, if you picked a potion, I'm already hearing that there's some type of magical truth within this connection. Okay, channel 2. Pal 2, your channeled person is already feeling like they're manifesting this connection, because this is about making things happen, right? I do feel like they could tap into tarot cards too. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have gone to a reading to find out about you. I feel like they're secretly planting that seed. They could be sending out that light to you. I feel like you guys have a spiritual connection. And they're realizing it now. It's a lot deeper. So there's some type of spiritual work going on within this dynamic. But let's clarify with the cards. Spirit, what do you have for the Pile 2 from their person? This is a channeled message from your person. Channeled message for Pile 2, Spirit. You give honest guidance, healing, love, and light about this. Give them healing and clarity. Channeled person. Right away, the emotional loss. These cards flew right out. Okay, there's a lot of emotional loss, a lot of suffering, as well as finding the positive, a positive strength to move forward from it. They do have a hard time with moving forward. These 3 came out. I feel like I have to keep them together. I do feel they've moved on in their life, but they are feeling emotional loss, and they keep it to themselves. So they're really fighting with this feeling because they keep it to themselves. So, and I do feel they could be in a situation which prevents them from expressing this. But, you know, if they were to tell you something today, they would tell you that they have lost a great amount of respect for themselves, because they have like love for you and they cared for you, and they have that emotional loss. But with numerology number 8, it tells me that there's a lot of planning. There's a lot of planning. Also, I'm hearing that this separation needed to happen in order for them to reflect. Present moment is the crown chakra expanding their thoughts of you. I do feel they're spiritual. You know, the crown chakra is an expansion of understanding the universal laws, right? Law of attraction, manifesting. So that's why the potion came up. That's why you chose that, because there's some type of magical work going on within them. It doesn't mean they're doing spells. I mean, that's always a possibility, right? They could be trying to, I think they definitely do go get a reading on you. I wouldn't be surprised if they're watching pick a cards too. You'd be very surprised when someone goes through a reflection and they're desperate to hear guidance. You know, they could be watching what you're watching, you know, but their crown chakra is expanding. Like I said, I think they're even though they're keeping it to themselves, I do feel like there's a lot of hope. Like that hope is not gone to reconnect with you. Okay? Sacrifice, surrender. The hangman's about surrendering. Okay? And 3 is about union, coming together. So there is a major desire to come together. To come together and just kind of be in your presence. They miss being in your presence. They miss being in that connection, which I feel there's a void in right now. They're not really happy. Temptation, the devil, okay? In the mind, they go back and forth. They go back and forth. You're very addicting. You're a great escape to the reality. They fantasize sexual desire for you, okay? They definitely think about the fun times on the sexual side. And there's some codependency when it comes to thoughts of you. Like they can't stop thinking of you. It's becoming a little bit unhealthy. Because I feel like when you guys split, I'm picking up that it was just silence. I don't know who left who without pursuing it more, but I'm hearing silence. It's like it just ended and that's it, and one didn't hear from the other. One could have gotten disgusted with the other. I don't know, but it's just been silent for a while, and they do want to speak up, okay? And the Empress, 3 is union, okay? Empress is about planting that seed. Someone who is nurturing, who needs to nurture how they feel, okay? And they want to come in and nurture and heal this. Look at the heart chakra, okay? Between the crown chakra and the heart chakra, it's expanding. Let's clarify the future card, which is surrendering, okay? They're going to surrender. Look at that rainbow in the back. Look at that rainbow, that union that's possibly near. Spirit, can you clarify the sacrifice card? And that also represents sacrificing maybe the chaos that could happen, the waiting game. Okay, so this is a spiritual card. So with the 2, that means there's a choice. They're waiting there. They're waiting for that moment to surrender. So that's telling me it's going to take a little bit because of someone's situation, okay? You could be in a situation or they could be in a situation, and they're kind of nervous to cause a little chaos. But, guys, there's a choice to be made. There is a choice to be made. Also speaks of recovery, so coming together. 6 is victory and success. Okay, so there is a lot of spiritual growth in here. And if this person does come forward, they are saying that there's a lot of spiritual healing. Okay, and it's going to be very healing and satisfying. What else can you tell the collective about too? What else do you want to say about this person? What's your channel message? I saw the heart chakra again. Yeah. Heart chakra opening up. Death, transformation is going to happen. They desire it. Emotional loss. Oh, they really wish they could tell you how they've been feeling. They definitely want to express the loss that they've felt. I feel like there's been some loss in their life right now. Take that as it resonates. I'm hearing that. But, and that desire, 5 is change. 4 is making that foundation, okay? They're going to go through the groundwork of their spiritual awakening and completing whatever cycle they're in. So once they go through the death phase, they're going to want to come and express how they feel. They wish they could express it at this point, at this moment in their life. Okay, new beginnings. Spirit is saying new beginnings are coming. I feel like you are desiring new beginnings too, whether it's with this person or whatever, but this also speaks of healing, okay? There's going to be major healing between the 2 of you. Intuition. You guys are picking up on their energy. Spirit is also saying, whenever I see the intuition, that's the high priestess, you know, you guys got to tap into your spiritual side, which also clarifies there's some spiritual work going on behind the scenes with you or this person. So there is some type of spiritual acknowledgement or beliefs that this person is realizing now, okay, even after all this time apart. Someone's either reading tarot or into tarot, you know, there's some type of spiritual work going on behind doors. That's what I mean to say. Okay, movement, choices, and decisions. Like I said, there's going to be a choice to be made. This person, and with a lot of 2, so there is union. There is a union, and it's also a choice. So there's some heavy choices. And with the transformation card, I mean, that's a major arcana. So it's going to be a real shakeup. And not a little shakeup, it's a real shakeup. And I don't know who everybody is, but there's going to be a choice to be made. Someone's going to have to leave someone behind and move on. I don't know, but there's going to be actual movement. And look how he's looking at the wedding ring. Look how he's in between the wedding ring and the finance. And that's always scary, right? But there's a choice to be made. And look, you got the healing card, planting that seed. And then, for me, this is like the crown chakra, the expansion of the universal law. Someone who's really, really into the universe and the spiritual side. But whatever decision, whatever choice is going to be a positive change. That's what Spirit is saying, that this is necessary to go on to go into the next level. Okay, material and spiritual prosperity. So that's good. So that's saying that, you know, there is another side to this. If you are willing to see it, you do not have to be stuck. Okay, you do not have to sit in the emotional loss. Okay, the emotional withdrawal. Okay, in order to pass that, there is going to be some type of physical change. Okay, with the red border, that's change. 6 is the spiritual strength, responsibility. So there could be a lot of responsibility on them right now, and they know that's going to be at stake. But they are willing to move out of that in order to gain that emotional fulfillment, because they're not they're not fulfilled right now, even though they may have everything. On the outside, it may look like they have everything, but there's beyond that, and that's their lesson. That's their spiritual lesson. Okay, let's look into my twin flame cards. I love this deck. My favorite deck. What does Pile 2 need to know about this person? Channel's message for Pile 2. Potential. Fulfillment. Again, it also speaks of this card. There's some potential fulfillment when you move through that transformation, okay? So it's going to be scary at first. Fresh start. There's a fresh start. Release the past. And this also speaks of second chances. So I'm telling you, the past is going to come back. I really do. But be patient, okay? I don't know why 6 represents something. I'm hearing number 6, either 6 months. Maybe you guys were together, I don't know, something on the 6th, something with the 6, okay? Or it could be their birthday, but there's 6 represents something. But there is someone from your past coming back. Rise above, okay? Again, with the obstacles that this person's going to face, or you can rise above it, okay? Spirit is saying you're being guided, okay? The strength. Call upon Archangel Michael. I go to him for everything, and it's helped me tremendously through a lot of stuff. You call upon him, and he will give you the nudge or the guidance that you need, okay? Receive. You guys didn't receive something. And Spirit is saying to be open-minded and get ready, because when that comes in, it's going to be time. Release. Release the outcome. Release the way it's supposed to happen. Release that fear and anxiety and doubt. And I feel like that's more for him too, or for her. They need to release the emotional void and the fear of causing chaos, because if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But they can't sit in this energy anymore. They want to come in and express self-worth. A lot of self-worth. Spirit saying don't ever lose that self-worth. Okay, destruction, which speaks about a tower moment. So there's going to be change, and there's going to be an opportunity of a new chapter with this person. But first, you guys got to go through the change. They are going to have to go through the change if they aren't in a karmic situation. They're going to have to go through the change and really be at the end of the cycle. Life cycles, stay grounded. So when you go into that tower moment, it's very important to make sure you stay grounded. Okay, we're going to tap into their energy. Pile 2. What can they tell you today if they could? What would they express to Pile 2 today if they could? Spirit, what can... I wish I could take back my words. Finding out the truth crushed me. It's time for me to heal now. They want to release this emotional void. I am not available. I feel they're in a third party. I feel you leaving me behind. I remember every detail of that day. I left when I saw you with someone. We will be together again. I know I was a distraction from your pain. I'm afraid to contact you. I so attracted to you. Here we go. I knew it. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. I'm telling you, there's a spiritual side. They're doing something. I look for you everywhere. I'm hearing 1212. I don't know why. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. You and I were too young. I feel you, even though we're apart. All right, pal, two. I loved this message. Please, if it resonates, I would love to hear your story. And make sure you subscribe so you guys can get a reading. Okay? Love and light. Thank you. Okay, pal 3. We got the seashell. So you guys were drawn to the seashell. And right away, I'm picking up distance, right? Because, you know, when you listen to the seashell in your ear, you hear the echo. That also tells me that, you know, you could be picking up on their energy. I feel like you guys are both marrying each other. And I get that a lot in my readings, especially lately. I feel like a lot of people, especially with the full moon that passed, a lot of connections, even though you guys been apart, still are energetically connected. So you guys are connected. So if you want to clarify, if you're saying, am I crazy for thinking about them? No, you're not. So yes, I do feel you guys been apart for a while, either apart for a while or distance. But, and it also, you have a distinctive laugh. I'm picking up on the laugh or your voice that they truly, truly miss. So, yeah, you're on their mind a lot. So, okay, for pal 3. But let's see if what I'm picking up clarifies those messages. So, pal 3, what's the channeled message for pal 3 spirit? Give some real guidance and healing to my collective readers, my viewers, for pal 3 spirit, please. What do you have for pal 3 on the person on their mind? Channeled message for you, pal 3. Yeah, you guys could be distant, far apart, silence. So I don't feel like you could be speaking at this point in time. This could have been really moved on into your other environment. Press party, it begins. Okay, physical. Okay, and also speaks about planting the seed. Okay, beginnings. I do feel that when you guys could have known each other when you were younger, but when you guys met, okay, it was kind of the beginning of something, even though you guys are separated, but it's when the connection connected. I feel like you guys are spiritually connected. It also speaks about someone who's desiring that beginning. Even though you guys are in separation, you guys could be both in your own situations. But there's a lot of abundance of wanting that physical change. I also feel like they built a lot for themselves, you two, that you've been really working on yourselves. I feel like they see that. I feel like they're watching you glow. They see the change in you. You guys could have mutual friends. Heart chakra. Okay? It speaks of healing. Opening up to the idea of maybe even coming together. So yeah, their channeled message is that they always think of you. They feel you. They're sending out that light. Their heart chakra is expanding. 4 is planting that foundation, a strong foundation to maybe come in and express how they feel. So they do want that new beginning in whatever way you want to take it, if you're free to do so. But they're planting the thoughts in their heart about it, okay? Foundation of achievement. So there could be children in place. There could be families in place. Like I said, you can't make this up. Didn't I say foundation? Right? Because 4 represents building something for themselves. So, you know, there could be possibilities of used to in your own environment, but they daydream a lot about having that with you. Either having children of your own. I feel like they dream about moving. They dream about traveling. They dream about blending each other's children to one. So, you know, they really desire that. And also speaks of where they stand, right? But the thing is, there's no spiritual love there. There's not a spiritual awareness in their environment right now, and they long for that with you. Clarified the first card. Okay. Moving on, okay? So again, this speaks of someone who wants to move on from something. And also they have a hard time moving on from you. So with the blue border, you are on their mind. They can't move on from this connection, the thoughts. They're constantly reminiscing. You pop in randomly throughout the day. Also speaks about travel. Like I said, and with the seashell, it also clarifies you guys could be really maybe far apart, or it's been years. So they are having trouble moving on. Look how they're looking at the heart chakra. Look how the direction. You know, they think about the future a lot. They reminisce about the future. They wish for the future. And they also wonder if you feel the same. They're not too sure if you feel the same. They're not sure at all. But there is a lot of spiritual awareness within this person now that I feel like they didn't have before. Crown chakra is expanding. Look, between the crown chakra and the heart chakra, those are unblocked and they're expanding. Like I said, these are your thoughts. That's where your anxiety, your happiness, all the thoughts you receive, right? All the energy. It's all good energy when it comes to you. But it's also, they live in fantasy land a lot because they don't know if this could happen. Clarified foundation and achievements card. And you know, you could have moved on and they see you maybe being a parent, or you established something for yourself. And you know, they wish they could come in and say, wow, I'm so proud of you. Look what you built. They see you're growing. They see you working on yourself. And they're watching, you know, and they wish they could come and say, I can't believe all the things you're doing. How much you've improved from the time you were with me. Like they want to express that they're proud of you. Okay, memories of love, a lot of memories of love. And now this is a spiritual card. It speaks of wanting, you know, they constantly dream. They dream about fulfilling this spiritually. Okay, and they ask, with the crown chakra expanding, they pray and they ask the universe to guide you guys together, because they don't feel that, because they feel weak about coming forward right now, and I feel like they're fearful because they're not too sure if you feel the same. They don't know if it's in their head. They're praying to the universe to kind of like get you to make the move first. You know, I think they're really hoping that like it would take that one little opportunity for you to make the move, because I don't feel like they could be strong enough yet, because they're really afraid of rejection. They're afraid you would shut them down. But they are questioning, like, is this it? Like, there's no more. Like, that's it. And it makes them really sad that maybe you guys may, you know, if that's the possibility, they think maybe there's no way you guys could communicate again, and it brings them to a certain amount of sadness. It really gets in the way with the responsibility. The harmony card, 6, loyalty, compassion, sacrifice, harmony, and appreciation. So there is so much love, the lover's card, okay? This is really, like I said, I think this is a deeper connection than just what you think. I think this is a very spiritual connection. And it also speaks that even though you guys might be far in distance or separated for a while, you guys are still connected. So you guys are spiritually, energetically bonded. And you are picking it up, okay? Temptation, addictive. Someone who's thinking about wanting to come forward, okay? But they're in their thoughts, you know? And it also speaks of their fear of rejection. So it's kind of blocking them from coming forward because they think they're crazy. But there's temptation, guys. There's temptation. Emotional withdrawal. Someone who is very not sure on how to handle this separation. Very withdrawal emotionally. They're withdrawal from their environment. Okay, there's a lot of rest. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of wondering. They're stuck on, they're really stuck on how can we bridge this. You know, they feel there's no way. But let's look into the my love cards, twin flame cards for Pal 2. just saw a karmic partner, unawakened, okay? And I see that's more like a past for me. As well as here, because they feel this, even though they could be, they could be asking the universe to guide you guys, they're very unawakened. Their fear and their ego is taking the place, which is preventing them from coming forward. They're really afraid of rejection. So at this moment, okay, they're not physically ready to move forward and maybe communicate because they're afraid. But spiritually they want it, mentally they want it. I feel like mentally their mind is made up that they want to come forward, but they're afraid, okay? Pause, calmness, take a step back, and that's what Spirit is calling them to do, okay? Take a step back, ground yourself as well as you guys. And that's where the emotional withdrawal is, because they're kind of like, this reminds me of hermit mode, okay? They're really, really stuck on their emotions. They're trying to find why are things the way it is. So they're going through it right now. That makes sense. Winter's coming. So you may get answers in the winter, or you're going to get some type of justice or truth coming in the winter. Or winter could represent something. It also represents cold, right? Cold. So there's a lot of, like I said, when I hear cold, to me is someone who's stuck. Okay, they don't know how to unfreeze themselves. So, there's going to be some truth to break the ice. Potential, and has a lot of potential of healing and desiring a fresh start, which may come in time, okay? So the idea is there, and they're really hoping for you to make the move. But there is a new opportunity, a second chance. It speaks of a second chance of maybe friendship, relationship, but there is a possible, Pile 3, there's a possible return of the past, okay? Running from their feelings, running from the rejection, the confusion, okay? And they want to escape the emotion and just run off from it. They don't want to feel this separation anymore. Separation, okay? I do feel they're communicating with you, and telepathically you're picking up on their emotions. Karmic partner. I do feel they could be in, or you could be in, but it's karmic lessons being learned, okay? There's karmic lessons right now. It's teaching them. It could be teaching you. Romance, okay? This was reversed, so that tells me that, because it could be in a karmic situation, that they're so afraid that this won't happen. Upright meaning happen. Okay, like I said, their ego is playing a real big role. Release the outcome, release the worries, release the anxiety. Okay, and I feel like you can't stop thinking about them too. So Spirit wants you to stop living in the lack. Okay, so this is what's going on. If you're manifesting them, or wanting that second chance in whatever way you want it, stop saying I don't have it. You know how like manifestations coach, whatever, law of attraction coach, whatever, I can't talk today. They say not to live in lack. You shouldn't. That is true. Anything that I created, I don't want to say pretend, but you got to just feel like you have it now. So release the lack of it. And if you do that, because you guys are energetically connected and bonded, they might move out of the stuck situation, okay? So if your energy is high and vibration is high, they're going to pick up on that. And then it might give them the encouragement to make that move. Let's do one more. Fear, a lot of hesitation and insecurity. Like I said, they are, again, afraid of coming forward. They're afraid to come forward and get rejected because they think it's just one-sided. That's sad. Okay, what does the person on their mind, what's the challenge message? What can the person on Pile 3's mind, what can they say today at this very moment? If they could today, please give us unbiased answer. Give us truth. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. You and I were too young. I feel you even though we're apart. I look for you everywhere. I love you. I hope that you can forgive me one day. I wonder if you're happy without me. Like I said, they think it's them. I bury myself in work to forget you. I wish I could share my good news with you. I want you. I regret lying to you. It was my fault, but I blamed you. I wish I had treated you better. You were the best thing in my life. The timing just wasn't right for us. I don't react when people mention you. All right, pile 3. Keep me posted if they do come back or you hear anything of these predictions happen. And also let me know if it resonates, because I would love to know if my videos are getting to the people who need to hear it. So I would love to hear your story. Again, make sure you subscribe so I could give you some readings, okay? So thank you for watching, and love and light to all.